everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon card opening video. Sorry if it looks a mess right now. It's after Christmas and I finally am getting around to filming the freaking update collection update video. And I didn't think this through when I decided on it because, man, this is a mess. I didn't realize I had so much stuff and I didn't even bring out the tins or any of the containers for it. And you'll get a sense of just what I mean if you simply look at all the jumbo cards from all the different openings I've had. Maybe not the greatest look, so I'll go ahead and do a small recording on my phone to give you a better look at all the different cards. Okay, here we go, and yikes, like I said, a lot of different cards from a lot of different openings, some of which you guys never got to see because my computer at the time was stupid. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, from different GX openings from back in the Sun and Moon days. Got a whole bunch of V-Stars, and hey, there's the tag team one from when that came out. From Kangaskhan, the V-Unions. Like I said, some of these you guys didn't get to see because laptop's stupid. And those were from a mystery box I did. Because I guess not everyone wants jumbos. And I mean, man, we even got a couple double ups in the jumbos because you know how I was with Pokemon Go. I don't think you guys ever got to see the Trevenant and Dusknoir one because, again, recorded but did not go to save. And Gengar. Oh man. Boy, does that bring back some memories. And Rayquaza GX from the Hidden Fate set. Anyone remember that? Basically, so many different sets I've tried to open. Find the things I like this one, which we opened this year. So I think it's one of the prettiest ones I've gotten. And now, you can also see the two playmats that I originally tried to put everything on until I realized that, well, as you can see, it covered up the whole mat. That's a lot. No particular order for anything, this is just how many I had. Now, back to you in the studio. Okay, remind me again to think stuff through before I actually go back to doing it. So I suppose in some ways I've changed quite a bit since I first started. I mean, why don't I show you what I started with? I mean, my first binders were my dad's old work binders that he didn't use anymore because he retired. And I'm telling you right now, they may not be the best choice if you're trying to keep your collection nice, because they start bending at the corners, these zipper ones at least. I don't remember which set this is. I think this was an old X and Y set, honestly. Yeah. Not the greatest, but again, I'm trying to show you guys everything I got. Look. So between the random X and Y set, I hope I'll be able to put in the video which set this actually is, to, and not an X and Y set, I think, but actually black and white. And I'm going to try and say what I think these cards are. Darn it. Sorry, I just realized some of these came out of their clips, so how about I show you my first top pull while I get this in here. This pull came from the Lance's Charizard V Celebrations collection that they were doing for the anniversary of Pokemon. And I honestly did not expect anything out of this because I was already having issues with this video. Not including issues that I would have later with the actual upload. Anyway, getting the secret rare Tornadus VMAX card was definitely not part of the plans. Not one of the more expensive pulls, but it's one of my favorites because of just how unexpected it was. Current value right now, as of recording this, is about $660. Ow, sorry about that. A lot of pulls I got in this set. And let's actually lower this a little so I'm not lifting as high, maybe. Sorry, it's not, again, the greatest view. But I don't feel like trying to lift my laptop over all of this. So again, some of these aren't too bad. Like I said, I think this was from one of my mystery purchases on eBay, where I wanted to try and at least get some cards from the X and Y days. Speaking of X and Y, here's the base set, X and Y set. Not again. Apparently I didn't realize that the clips are also having their own issues here. Like I said, this was originally my dad's. Because when I told him I was going to try and collect again, he surprisingly was okay with it. I thought he'd be telling me not to waste my money on it, but I guess because I'm an adult by that point, he's like, do whatever you want. Here's something to at least help keep everything nice. Ooh, Hollow Rhyperior. There are so many different cards, and you can tell just from the designs how much things have changed. I mean, roller skates was a card back then. It's also one of the earliest times we saw the fairy type energy, I think. Oops. Sorry I knocked over some of the little figurines that I collected too after a time. I'm trying to go about this slowly because, well, these are pretty cool cards, even if I don't always remember them. This came from a later X and Y set, I believe. I just can't remember what it was. I think it was Plasma Storm, based on the plasma cards right there. Sorry, you guys might need to enlarge your screen to see it. I am not the greatest, I will say that much. And again, from earlier in the collection era. I'm also trying to be careful not to lose them because, again, these are nice and I want to keep them that way. Let me know if there's a particular one that you see here that's your favorite. So maybe at least in the comments I can do a price update for that particular card. At least I thought to try and keep them separated by type. I think this is when I was trying to get into one of the Radiant collection deals. Or no, was it Generations? Yeah, I think it was Generations. Because I remember this came alongside one of the Radiant collection deals that they were doing at the time. Yeah, if you remember, I'll try and post a card in the corner for one of the videos that relate to this. I think they were all the special generation collections that were coming out that time. That I tried to do for like milestone videos or like anniversaries at least. Speaking of the Radiant collection, here we go. As you can see, we got a Flareon EX. Definitely X and Y days, because they switched to GX starting in Sun and Moon. And some of them are just so darn cute. I mean, look at Jirachi! Look at little Jirachi. Okay, maybe you can't really, sorry. And then Sylveon EX, such a cutie! Which makes me even more concerned about how these turned out. Oh yes, and my full art Sylveon EX right there. Man, which one did I pull this in? Can I get a price update for the future, please? See, right there. Sorry the lighting is awful. Again, didn't plan this out as well as I should. And I can already tell this will be a long video, and I see another one that looks so cute. Alright, the Reshiram and Emolga full arts too. Definitely need to get a price update on those two. And this is where we start to get into Sun and Moon. I opened this later, but I decided I wasn't just going to do like one set per binder at the time. Ow. Again, sorry if this isn't the greatest, but as you can see, I still have missing cards in here, because, well, what can you do? I was kind of concerned with having room for everything at the time. Okay. Sorry, I was just noticed about the video detailing all the different promo jumbos there. Ooh, and I had a EX Umbreon, who was definitely cool there. Oh no, wait, GX. I forgot. Sun and Moon. Sorry. I had a hard time with that back then, too, switching from EX to GX. So, ironically, I think I started with, like, some GX-based series. Tauros and Gumshoe are definitely nice. Sorry, but if there's one I really like and want to show off to you guys, like freaking Espeon GX here, full art, then I'll stop and pause for a minute. Again, not the greatest, but trying to give you guys a whole look at the collection best I can. And like I said, this is really where I got back into it with the Unbroken Bond set. Remember how big a deal that was with the Reshiram tag team with Charizard? I think Venomoth was one of my first pulls, actually. I'll go and put in a clip from that first pull, because honestly, considering what I was trying to get back into, that may have been one of my best beginner videos. And I'm just going to, instead of doing like a top 10 pulls like I was originally planning, I'll just insert clips of that throughout, detailing my reaction in a voiceover. Again, pretty awkward, but I think that's honestly the best way I can handle this because of just how many pulls there are. My roommate was surprised when she only saw this and was like, I thought you had more, considering how many openings you do. I told her this doesn't include all the tins. Sorry, I never completed any of these collections, honestly, that I am aware of. And probably one of my only tag team pulls that I actually got at the time was Greninja and Zoroark. It wasn't one of the alternate art ones either that they started doing, but it was definitely a favorite. Nerf just annoyed at me, like, when are we gonna go walkie? Again, if you see a card you like and want to maybe do your own price update on it, let me know in the comments. Might actually make things a little easier for everybody. Oh, the cute Snorlax reverse. I forgot about that one. And yeah. Oh, I forgot about that GX too. That was my only one, the Greninja one, but I also pulled this cute Alterna art. Oh wait, it was a secret rare too. Towards the end, I started keeping the secret rares in the back so it would be easier for me to keep track of where they came from. Sorry, I am trying to bring it up in focus so you guys can see. Honestly, let me just pull this one out and give you a close-up. It might also be easier for me for when I do a price update in a few seconds. I mean, Sylveon and God of War Tag Team GX. Kawaii! Next time though, I think I'm just going to do updates on collections I've actually opened in the year. Because, again, lots and lots of cards. This one isn't much better. So I think I at least kept it to only a couple sets. I just wish I remembered which set this one was. I think this was another one that came after Unbroken Bonds. Okay, actually I have one of the little player's guides. Shining Legends? This does not look like Shining Legends. Do you think this is Shining Legends? Maybe I have it in the back. I'm actually pretty sure I have it in the back. But let's see the few pulls I managed to get in this set. Based on the style, I say this is another X and Y era at least. Okay. Yep, it's probably X and Y era because of the Mega Manectric over here. Wait. If there's one I want to show off to you guys, like, oh yeah, Gengar EX and Mega Gengar EX. I forgot about those two. Even though I know I had to pull from them, from the very tricky EX box I did from them. As I said, there's so many different cards and packs that I've opened over the years that it's kind of hard to keep track. Again, if you want to pause and take a closer look, I wouldn't blame you. I'm trying to be slow just so you guys have that. Ow. Alright, I forgot. Whatever set this was had those weird team layer cards that I didn't open very many of, so this was definitely an X and Y series. Let me pull it out and show it off. Can I get a price update on this one? Yeah, I think honestly with this one I'm going to do like favorites in between each different binder, like favorite pulls I've done. Ow. Okay, here's where we get into I don't think this is Shining Legends based on the symbol. I think this was another set. Because we got Mega Venusaur, and I don't think that was in there. But yeah, there's so many different cards you can collect. Oh, Jolteons! Sorry, I'm trying to look through everything to try and get a clue what set this was. I'm pretty sure it's another one of the Generation collections they had. Like for anniversaries. Okay. Here's where I started going into the different promos that I saved. Honestly, I think one of my favorites in this category is the Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team card. Because, come on, how funny is that? I was hoping to pull the alternate art of this at some point, but, you know, I don't always get that. Come on, back in you goes. I forgot this particular set of card sleeves wasn't the greatest. Seriously, I got so many different promos from those collections. Like our Shiny Darkrai from that particular opening, which has another favorite that I did. Okay. Here's our Shining Legends. Please don't let me drop everything. I don't need to lose Reshiram. Again, I wasn't always lucky on my pulls. But there was good pulls like Mewtwo over here. And if you saw what I was looking at a minute ago, we also got lucky with the Shining Arceus right here and Shining Rayquaza. I think these have actually gone up a little bit maybe, but I'm not 100%. Oh, right, and my Mewtwo GX full art that I actually did double up on, but Stark was so excited when he saw me pull this that he ended up giving me some cash to basically buy it off of me. Hope he still has it. Oh, and definitely my first full art pull, but it's all bent now because of the binder. I think it was the last time I used this type of binder again, and I started keeping them upright. Thankfully, bends like this you can fix, you just need to put it under a flat surface. My very first full art that I pulled, and I was so excited. Honestly, it was the last one in there, so I think I'll move it over so maybe I can at least flatten it out again. Last page was just the energies, but yeah, I'm probably going to need to figure something out with that. Maybe move them to a new binder just to be safe. I can be a little bit obsessive with certain sets at times, especially when I can't really find them anywhere. So I was really excited when I found that this premium collection had this one Evolving Sky set that I was looking for. I didn't pull one of the Secret Art Evolution alternate art cards, but what I did pull, the Rayquaza, was simply amazing. I didn't realize how amazing at the time, as when I looked it up later, I found out it was worth enough to buy a ticket to Disneyland. No joke, I could have easily sold it and used the money to go to Disneyland. The different things I collected. I'm also like, speaking of moving, I had these originally in a tin, but I decided since I had the mini binder, I should move them over while I was doing a collection update. And these are all the shinies I pulled in the Hidden Fates set when I did that. Who remembers this one? Now, I'm going to try and link what I can, if I've already set up a playlist or not for these. But if not, I'll try and do, like, at least links to some of my favorites, like this one here. My Greninja Full Art Shiny! This was my look for card, and at the time I was like, okay, I'm done. So I still went on to try and find more, like Circuitry and Bayonet. And man, doesn't Lycanroc GX look gorgeous? Sizzler I wasn't so big on. But I'm like, some of these are cool. Some of them not so much. I mean, I found a freaking golden trainer card, but my biggest pull, I think, was this one right here. Tapu Fini gold card. It was the only one of them I pulled. Now this one I might actually need to move to the floor for because of just how big it is. This is a big binder that my dad had, and when I realized I was going to seriously get into this, I am like, okay, big binder time. So as you can see, it has its own issues. More this way. Sorry this is so rough, guys, but... Ow. I cannot keep holding all of them up. Yeah, this first set's definitely like X and Y era, I'm sure, just because the style of the different reverses that I have. Hey, come on. And also the break card right there. I actually don't mind the break cards, I never got them all that often. But I think one of my biggest pulls is right here, Houndoom. If you can see him. Actually, let's pull him out and show off. Sorry if this doesn't look great. I'm, again, trying to do this in a way that shows it off. Oh, and Mega Glalie. With Mega Mewtwo, I forgot about them. Sorry they're just on the side there, but... Again, I was trying a way to keep them neat. Oh, yeah. Fates Collide. I remember this set because I actually got a few decent cards out of this. Let me link that one, the best pulls ever one. I think actually Jirachi's holo card was pretty popular. It was also where we got those ancient traits cards that you'll see as I go through here. But again, I just wanted to try and complete as much of this as I could. I don't think I got very far, but I did at least get some pulls that I liked. Like the Mega Latios over here and Full Art Shaman EX. Okay. Right, I got the thing on... Come on. Sorry, guys. Again, one of those times where I don't think ahead. Quick price change, because this is getting a little hard on my arm. Again, I'll try and link the videos, but honestly, you might have to do a little searching. And here is where we get into the Hidden Fates set. Oh boy. Let's not go into how that one went. That one, I think, honestly could be its own little deal. And I think Giovanni was actually one of my better pulls that I got right there. And then again, we get, I think this was either Ancient Origins or Steam Siege. So they each had some pretty good pulls out of them, honestly. If you're wondering why you're not seeing a lot of secret rares out of this, it's because at the time I decided to keep the secret rares that I pulled, which also includes like rainbow rares and gold cards, in one of the little mini binders. Sceptile EX, that's one I hadn't seen in a while. I'll quickly pull it out to show off, okay? This is already going to be one of my longer videos, I can tell. So if you guys don't have the time to watch it now, feel free to pause it, take a break, and Doggo is sniffing all the cards. And here is, I think it was Guardians Rising. It's one of another few early sets that I opened in the channel's history. Sorry, I'm not Ando, so I'm not an expert on how to do collections updates. If I see one that I like and want to show off, like Sylveon right here, then I'll pull it out and show you guys. Oof. And we'll just add price updates for them as we go, I guess. Again, my roommate was surprised that I didn't have too many. I don't think she realizes I also try and combine them into the same binder just to make it a little easy. Oh yeah, here's one of the ones that got really confusing for me. I think this was Celestial Storm. This was a hard to find one for me, honestly. Hollow Suicune is definitely a pretty one, though. Sometimes some of the prettiest cards are just basic hollows. Did I still do the break cards in Celestial Storm? I'm gonna have to double check which one this is now. That being said, they can still be pretty. Maybe this was actually more like a different set, because, yeah, there's an EX right there. EX Togekiss? Hey, not so fast. Because I want to make sure to properly show up all the cards. I'm thankful I started at least doing the dividers in here, because it definitely helps to try and sort them this way. Maybe this was Fates Collide. Again, it's been a while with some of these. Glaceon EX was definitely a pretty one. Okay, I'm going to try and start speeding up now because it's getting a little hard to hold it open. Okay. Not that fast, though. Okay, I had an Altaria, and then Team Rocket's Handiwork Full Arts. Those were actually pretty cool. Okay, there's our Steam Siege, I think. That included the weird dual type cards, like Shiftry here. I think it was the only time, one of the few times we actually saw them. And there's Volcarona's dual type. Still not too bad, as it gave us different cards that we hadn't seen yet. Old School Litwick, I feel like they used this art later on. Oh, and how many Mega Steelix EX did I get? Again, sorry this isn't the greatest view, but I'm trying to make sure you guys can actually see all the cards. This was one I was surprised to pull out of one of my mystery packs, the Volcanion EX Full Art here. Another dual typer, but this one actually worked for it. Add in Professor's research to that, and, well, I'd say we did pretty good for that one. Okay, I'm going to try and speed it up now, because we're going into the Sun and Moon sets, I believe, again. Well, more like one of the dragon sets, I think, because I don't have too many cards for it, and I know it was a very limited run set. And Evolutions. That set was like the bane of my existence for a bit, because seriously, it was like every other thing I opened had a freaking Evolutions. And I never even really completed the set. And this one, I think, was either Crimson Invasion or another one. But it was also when we started getting Prism cards, I think, around this time. Because there's Celebi's Prism card. I'm getting tongue-tied already. And the Prism cards weren't too bad, actually, I thought. But it didn't seem like a lot of people enjoyed them. Okay, this tends to stick a lot. Okay, here's, I think, Burning Shadows. Man, I had so many different cards out of here. And yet, once again, could never finish the collection. Well, what can you do? The Champ GX, the full art here, was one of the better pulls that I got, along with Lycanroc. Now this is where I get confused, because I know that there's another set right after or before that I confused it with a lot. Trying to keep my elbow out of the camera too, sorry. Once again, I need to turn this a bit so you guys can see all of the cards. We had Buzzwole, Kartana. Again, I think if I got any secret prayers. Okay, but the full art though, Gladion, I definitely remember that because that's still one of my most popular videos. I had to move it over though because I wanted to make sure the card didn't get bent. Oops. Now I'll lift this back up and we'll show off the other collections. Ow. So I'm going to pause a sec to make sure this doesn't stop on me again midway through.